Up my YouTube friends at the shop today. I want to talk to you. I did a video about this clamp. It's on my other channel. I want to do another one and put it on this channel. It's called a V clamp. It's a vacuum clamp, and it is sold by Lee Valley. It's pretty simple. This particular clamp, they have one that screws down. This particular clamp is a double-sided vacuum. So you can vacuum it to you could stick it to any solid, non-porous surface. This bench has some holes in it, you can see here. But there's a section that is solid, right? The solid MDF, right? So you would just put it down, and what I do is I loop I loop my hose, my air compressor hose through my belt. That way this on and off switch is right there. So it comes with a bunch of different gaskets for different size configurations. You can configure just a small area for small parts, a big area. This is 6x6. A bigger area for wider boards. I'm working with right now 4-inch, 5-inch boards, and it needs to be smaller. You can see this hole. This is where the suction is, so you would just build your dam around this little suction area, right? So it's pretty slick. This system is the on and off switch is optional, so I would get that definitely, because it's nice to have it right there so that you can just shut it on, and turn it on and off easy. It's hooked up to a little compressor. This is just my little compressor that I would take to jobs, but you could use it on a bigger one. I would suggest if you're going to use it on a bigger one so it doesn't run constantly. Because my little one's small and it runs pretty constant, especially if I'm doing a lot of sanding. And I mostly use this for sanding, but you could use it to route edges, do router work, anything like that. Super strong. It's a little loud. You'll hear it start hissing, right? So it's stuck to the bench. You get your piece. Stick it down, it sucks it down. I'm pulling pretty hard. I'm moving my bench. You can pull it off, okay? But you really got to put a lot of effort into pulling this off, okay? You really do. Sanding, that's not going nowhere. Right? I'm barely holding my sander, right? You're not doing that. I don't have the suction on now. I couldn't do that, right? You see it's moving all over. The suction really works, and it's fine for big boards. You can get a splitter to run 2 of them. So if you had really long boards, you just would separate, put one at one end, one at the other end. And like I said, your surface needs to be non-porous. It's got to be solid. And it works great. I love it. I haven't used it in a long time. I haven't started using it again until I moved I moved into my new shop. Just because I just didn't, I don't know why. I just didn't, do it, and I'm doing this project right now, sanding up all this oak. And there's a little chart with it, all different things. Comes with this clear hose, all the adapters to hook it up. Pretty simple. You could even make this hose, get different hose and make it longer. Like I said, you can get that little T thing to run 2 of them. It's great for, like I said, routing, doing routing edges, if you need to do router work in the middle, whatever. Sanding, anything that you need to hold the board to and not worry. The best thing is you don't have to worry about the surfaces. You know, I'm sanding both sides of this stuff. So sometimes you put it down to your bench and you got some crap and smuts on your bench, and you know, you flip that board over and your board's all scraped up. Yeah, you could use those bench dogs and things. I don't think they work very well. Uh, Number one, you couldn't, you wouldn't be able to be very secure. They just don't let you be real as secure as this. If you know, this isn't moving, okay? If you had bench dogs, it's basically just on this, right? It's still going to move. And the thing that really tires you out when you're when you're sanding is trying to hold your project and trying to control your sander. If you can eliminate one of those problems, holding your project securely, then you'll be able to sand all day. This is a winner in my book. It's only about, 7 years ago, I think I paid like $70, maybe, this was an extra $10 or something. I'll put a link in the description below for this. I can't imagine it went up that much, but it's definitely worth every penny if you do a lot of sanding and routing in your shop and you want a secure way of holding something that's fast and easy, hands-free. I don't have to worry about holding that thing. Shut it off. Right here, my spoon, flip it over. Boom. Back to work. Production work at its finest. Be well, be safe. As always, God bless you all. Until the next time. See ya.